Greetings. Well, here we are. It's my Uncle Greg's birthday. Happy birthday. December 18th. Kathy Borden, friend of mine from junior high. And anyway, but it's time. We're coming into the time of, it's what are we? No, we're not. We're pretty close to the Trump inauguration. Okay, his people, he's shaping up his cabinet. We're seeing what's happening. Okay, and it's time to get aware. I've been talking about Raytheon and West Exec all the time with the Biden administration, okay? Because that's who the deep state that's how they fingered their way, Victoria Nuland, Anthony Blinken, they got them in there, boom, okay. And what's his name? Lloyd Austin from Raytheon, and Jen Psaki from West Exec, John Brennan, of course, behind the scenes, always big advisor guy. So they got all them in there. They were all in there, right? And so it's such a kind of, when Trump comes in and, you're thinking, oh, maybe the Constitution again. Wow, we're breathing a sigh of relief. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid the technocratic state of control that's being set up, okay, continues, right? I want you to look, when the Trump administration is coming around, I'd like for people who hate Trump and talk about Trump all the time, hate Trump, they always talk about him in terms of cultural things, racism, and sexism, stuff like that. I would love for them to start focusing on, I'll give you the names, Palantir and GEO Group. Okay? Palantir and GEO Group. These are probably going to be the things that I start looking more into and I start talking about now as Trump. We're in the time of Trump now, right? So I don't go to sleep. He's not my guy. I voted for Jill Stein. But anyway, if you are a Trump person, great. But you know what? He's in the office of the president of the United States. If you love him, like him or not, he's in the swamp. I'm sorry. He's swamped out now. He got swampy, right? And you didn't notice. So, wake up. The steady state continues. The corporate thing, take over the kind of inversion. What's his name? Weldon. Chris Hedges. Anyway, people talk about this kind of inverted totalitarianism. It's corporate. And it's not stopping, unfortunately. The Republicans will get it in there by appealing to things that conservatives like. And actually, maybe this is this is where, Jeff crazy going in conspiracy land. But, they talk about the uni party, the one party kind of thing. Well, there is kind of an agenda going on that transcends whatever administration's in at the time, And so maybe by Biden just being all, oh, look, I'm mentally out of it. And, oh, the border's wide open. Oh, look, there's all these crazy people. Oh, look, they took over an apartment building. Oh, who cares, Just saying this willy-nilly, just crazy, immigration policy, right? That even the people who just recently immigrated here and have jobs and stuff, they're kind of like, whoa, a lot of black people, really upset, and working class people, all kinds of people, right? Upset about how the immigration thing went. Okay, so it's kind of a crisis. But then problem solution. right? What's Trump's solution? It's digital ID. That's probably what it's going to be. And that'll be the thing that gets it in. You'll be like, look, if you want to vote, oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, the voting. Are they voting ID? Voting ID. Okay, I'm saying state ID. That's what we all agree. Show a picture ID of some sort. And vote. That seems reasonable. You have to show an ID to buy beer. Uh, so whatever. It's not racist. Oh, you have to have an ID. How you can't cash a check. So if you're saying that people should live without ID, you're actually consigning them to a life of alienation and poverty. So anyway, voter ID. So that sounds good to a conservative. I'm not me, but conservative types who think, yeah, let's don't just let anybody vote or vote 3 times or any of that kind of stuff. But show your ID, get one ballot, boom, ballot, count the ballots. So that sounds good. What that's going to turn into though is digital ID. It's a Trojan horse. So if you were a conservative during the time of Biden and you're all paranoid about, the sort of biometric, digital surveillance state that they're setting up, and you think it's part of kind of Biden's liberal globalist agenda or something, right? Well, unfortunately, it's not. You need to be aware of Palantir and GEO Group. Okay, now that the Trump administration is coming in, that's all I'm saying. That's the point of this video. Because I know I have been focused, on Raytheon and but see these they're all going to continue everything. They're all going to keep their contracts. But there's going to be some kind of new stars on the block. Not they're not new. They're bipartisan. Anyway, all right.